Hey Quillo Nation, thanks so much for joining us for Back to Basics B, Video Content 101. I'm Rebecca, your Chief Content Officer out of Minneapolis.
I'm Kisa, the video producer out of Indianapolis.
Hi, I'm Sue Gordon. I'm the Chief Operating Officer.
Awesome. We've been so excited seeing all the videos that you all have produced out there with your own organizations. There's great videos highlighting the work that you're doing and celebrating DSPs and everybody else. For those of you who want a little more tips or perhaps feel stuck with creating videos, maybe intimidated by the editing process, we're here to go through a couple of tools and resources to make it very easy. So we're going to be doing a couple of demos on PowerPoint videos, again, and showing you your options to make videos fun and easy and get your message out. So with that, we're going to turn over to a presentation. Alrighty. So when it comes to creating content, Kisa and I are your content team, and we're here to help you with tools and resources, whatever you might need to make the content process go smoothly. So when it comes to making videos, I like to start with this 3-step process to help work through how to make the most of your time and get that message across. So first of all, what is your message? How will you get it across? And then some steps for making a video. So let's start with the first bit. What's your message? Think about as you're starting to create videos, what's the tone of your message? Are you going for something informative, inspirational, or is it just for fun? Is it something else? Maybe you're going to focus your video on what's happening at your organization. Are there challenging issues at hand? Is there a cool event coming up? A little success to celebrate or a big success to celebrate? Is there a new employee to introduce or a seasoned vet to celebrate? Maybe it's life experiences. What have you done personally or professionally as a DSP that you want to share? Maybe it's getting people thinking about everyday life with a quote or a story, you know, a favorite song lyric, that sort of thing. So think about what your message is. Next, let's focus on how you want to get that message across. Depending on the person or event you want to capture, maybe you want to script it, or maybe you don't want to use a script. If you're going to use a script, it helps to be able to keep time and keep to that 60-second limit. If you're working with multiple people, it might also be helpful to give folks a chance to practice with one another, and it might be a chance to get your props ready if you're going to have any other any props as part of your video. If you're not using a script, that might be personal preference for somebody who's more comfortable just kind of winging it. That might be a way too that you're going to capture a moment, and keep in mind that there's no harm in doing multiple takes. Think about what tools you have versus what you still need to find. Maybe you already have photos from an event or video, or maybe you want to create something new in an easy-to-use animated program or a PowerPoint to create text or slides and turn it into videos. So we've talked through a couple of things, but you're probably asking, okay, but Rebecca, where do I actually start with making videos? So let's think about it. Let's make a video. First of all, I would recommend that you think about how much time you have. Remember that the end product for a Quillo video is only 60 seconds, so it doesn't make sense to spend hours and hours creating 1 minute of footage. Let's take a look at what you can do if you have 5 minutes, 15 minutes, or 30 minutes to make a video. If you have 5 minutes, keep it simple. Maybe you're just using your cell phone or computer video. You've seen this one before. Once you think through what to say or caption, this might be 1 or 2 takes at a desk or standing somewhere. Hold your phone horizontally, film it, upload it, and go. These may not be the fanciest of options, but we feel it's important to showcase the different styles that you have options to use. Once you have that video, you can upload to the portal right from your phone. So don't worry about keeping it simple. If you have 15 minutes, maybe spice it up by adding music or titles. Most computers come with free video editing tools built in. If you have an Apple product, that might be iMovie. For PC users, like the one that I have, if I type in the word movie or maybe video or edit right into the search bar, look at these different options that come up here. I'm going to do a quick demo of this program that again came free on my computer, Movie Maker. Might be different for your computer. And show you the different ways that you can create a video easily and at home. So for this one, I open it up, hit new project. It's all pretty straightforward. I didn't have any special training before I learned to use this one. Because it's free, it might come with ads on the side. That's fine, I just ignore them. I go to add clip, And I can pick photos and videos that I've already got stored on my computer. So perhaps I've got my folders saved. So maybe I'm going to use a couple of photos of our team, and I want to include a video. I pick the files that I want to use, drop them into the program, and from there, it's pretty simple to move them around. So let's say that this is a Meet the Team video, and I want to introduce the Quillo team by starting with that image. We had some fun with a pumpkin photo shoot last year, so I want to show those pictures. I can pick the photo that I want to highlight and maybe add a title. Maybe I want to say on this photo, Meet the Team. You'll notice it's showing up right here. Well, I can't see that very well. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger, and maybe I want to use a different color, right? Bring it down to the bottom so we can see everybody's smiling faces, and just like that, I've got a title, right? There's other fun tools to play with. Maybe I want to add a little something snazzy and zoom in on the photo. Once you have those titles, you have it in the order that you want, maybe you want to add a soundtrack. Most programs have music that's already part of the program, like these built-in music tracks. I pick the one that I want, add it to the video, and when I go back to the program at the start, now I've got this video track, right? So there's different ways to play around. I'll let you play around with the version that you have, but essentially you've built a video pretty quickly. So if you want to preview and see what your video looks like, go back to the start. You can choose how long each video is going to be up there. So maybe I want this one to be up for 2 seconds. I'm going to keep this one up for 2 seconds, right? And it goes through. And you can preview to see what your video is going to look like. So it's showing the movement, it's going picture by picture. Anyway, this is a pretty rough cut, but you get an idea of how you can test what the video is going to look like, and then hit Save Video. After that, make sure you save it to an MP4 format. Hit Make Movie, and just like that, you've got a video. So again, in just a few minutes, using photos and videos I already had in place, adding a quick music track, and there's more to play with. So check out what movie editing tools you have on your computer, and we'll go from there. The other option, if you just have 15 minutes, is using a PowerPoint template. You can use any PowerPoint program that you have, or Quillo's created a handful of templates to get you started. This was downloaded from our online resources page, which I'll show you in just a few minutes. But when you download the template, they all come with a first page that has directions. Obviously, when you're done, you'll want to delete this slide, but this gives you a couple of notes on what the video is about, your overview, as well as instructions for working through it. So in this template, we're meeting a new team member. So you can fill this in. The pretend name that we have is Jenna, but maybe your new person's name is Emily. So we're going to introduce Emily. And Emily is part of the front desk team, whatever it might be, right? You can select those, and if you're familiar with PowerPoint, take off the highlights. You can change colors, make it fit your organization, maybe add your logo if you want, and then of course replace the photo with the person that you're trying to highlight. I think it's easiest when you hover over this to do a right click and change picture and select the picture that you want from a file. So anyway, all of these templates have a bunch of questions. You can change the questions, change the colors, play around, and at the end, when your PowerPoint's ready to go to File, Export, Create a Video. When you go to create a video, it'll once again give you the option of how you want to save it, which again is as an MP4. Hit save, and it'll process it as that MP4, and you're good to go. So check out our resources page again, which I'll show you in just a moment, for more templates and other things that you can do. Let's say you have a little bit more time, maybe 30 minutes, and you want to try something new. I'm going to pass it to Kisa, who's going to talk about some options for animation. Kisa?
Thanks, Rebecca. As you will see later on in the presentation on the resources guide, there are a few tools out there if you're wanting to get a little more crafty and try animation. We recommend Powtoon or Beyond. We've played around with both and have had a lot of fun creating animated videos. Because they are paid programs, roughly $99 a month, we won't go into too much detail here. However, if you decide to sign up and have questions, I am familiar with Beyond and can help you out. Another easy option that we recently discovered is recording on Zoom, the program we are using right now to host the call. Let's check out a sample video. You may have seen this on the app, and this recording of Rebecca and I using Zoom. Also, you may notice as you watch that our eyes might move around a little bit more than normal since we are reading a script. With Zoom, you can have the script open on your screen while you record, taking some of the pressure off to memorize.
Hey, Kisa, oh my gosh, I love your party hat. What's going on over there?
Thank you. We're celebrating Quillo's first birthday over here. I see it looks like you're having a party too. What are you celebrating?
Absolutely. I'm celebrating the first day of Disability Awareness Month.
Are you telling me that today is Quillo's birthday and the start of Disability Awareness Month?
Best day ever.
So Quillo is one today, which is so exciting. On behalf of the Quillo team, a huge thanks to the Quillo community for making this possible. We are excited for year 2.
March is also Disability Awareness Month, a time to recognize and appreciate the disability community. To celebrate, Quillo has a month of videos planned, set out for you week by week.
That sounds awesome. Are there other things that we can check out?
Definitely look at the description below for more resources and ways to participate this month.
When you first open up Zoom, you will notice some options at the bottom of the screen. Here, where the red arrow is pointing, is the button to record. We found that Zoom is a fun and easy tool to use, but because how and where it stores the recording is a little different on every computer, we don't want to overwhelm you with too much information today. If Zoom is a good fit for you and your team to make a fun series of local videos, drop us a note and we can set up a 15-minute one-on-one call. Once you get the hang of it, it is pretty straightforward. I'm going to pass it back to Rebecca to show us a few more resources.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Kisa. Another place where you can go to find a bunch more resources, and which I mentioned before, is our resources page on our website. Check out myquillo.com/resources, where we've listed out a bunch of options for different phases of the types of videos that you want to create. If you're setting up Quillo for the first time at your organization, we've got some pre-launch and launch help, videos during orientation and introducing Quillo to new hires. You could be creating videos for your organization, or it could be building engagement and your momentum for your team with ongoing support. So the different resources are listed out here, and as you scroll down, you can see all the different options. This is updated monthly with the daily focus calendar, the Quillo video library, and with what else is available on Quillo, and then a bunch of other resources just for making videos. Here are the templates I mentioned earlier. Right? It says video template with the number, so you know exactly what you're looking at. There's a bunch of other resources. Let's see. There are resources such as your video script template, which gives other ideas for different topics you might want to use and helps get the script started for your team. There are tips for creating Quillo videos, such as suggestions on how to hold the camera, the type of clothing that shows up best on camera. And then this guide, the guide to video editing tools, resources, and tips, is a bunch of the programs that we've found that work best. Everything from Beyond and the Powtoon, the programs that Kisa showed before, tips with YouTube videos on how to use different tools that are accessible to you, as well as resources for free stock photos if you want a few other options to spice up your videos. So check out the resources guide. Again, it's myquillo.com/resources. When you go in, you can select any of the programs to use this tool, read a little bit more about it, and if you think it's one that's going to work for you, click download and it'll show up in your downloads folder for you to use as you need. So with that, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. If you need assistance with anything related to videos and content, please feel free to reach out to us and ask us for a little bit more time. We can set up one-to-one meetings to go over topics such as Zoom, editing tools, setting captions, and so much more. So please email Rebecca or Kisa at myquillo.com, and we'll be happy to go over more with you. Thanks so much for joining us for Back to Basics B.